So how would you personally sum up your first season at the Tigers?
First season, a lot of learnings.
Hello and welcome to Win, Learn or Draw.
The Tigers don't lose.
The win or they learn.
The Tigers!
We're in a crocodile roll for our life.
Win and learn from it.
What better person to learn from?
Oh, what are they teaching this place?
Let's go!
Welcome to Win, Learn or Draw, a West Tigers podcast, because the Tigers never lose. Keep that in mind.
Yep.
The Tigers never
Very
lose.
important point.
We either win or we learn.
Yes, that's right.
And learn we did at Ocean Protect on-campus student accommodation.
Yeah. Got a lesson in marine biology out at Ocean Protect. Would have thought, being the home of the Mariana Trench, we might have fared a little bit better, but turns out it was actually our lungs that exploded out there yesterday.
Who'd have thought going that deep with a shark
Yeah.
would hurt so much?
Yep. Cool deep Yadav.
Do you know what I think though, Hammy?
What?
The less said about that, the better.
I couldn't agree more.
Good.
What more is there to say?
Not much more to say. Hey, how about celebrating being in the top 05 of the ladder?
We are 05. What a great position.
We're 05th.
Yep.
So the 05 club is here. We've had a bunch of members sign up. It's like, just think about what you get when you join the 05 club. Free content. And it's just great. You just got to join. It's unreal. It's honestly one of the best clubs going around. Just search Patreon, Win, Learn or Draw.
Yep.
You'll be able to sign up. $5 a month. It's nothing.
Get your Stewie divers in, people.
Nothing to you, everything to us. Get your Stewie divers in. Help us out.
Yep. Dive in.
Oh, nice one.
Yep.
With a diver.
Yep.
A few hats left. Those that have purchased will be in touch this week to sort out a location. Sorry, we have been delaying that a little bit, trying to kind of calibrate calendars. But
Yes.
if you do buy a hat and you do opt for pickup, we will sort something out very, very soon. But let's get stuck in. Let's not talk about the result, as I mentioned. Let's
Love the sound of that.
Let's run through the week that was.
Yeah.
So clearly we recorded our last episode. Oh, and hello, Matty. How are you? How are you feeling after the Rabbitohs?
Yeah, it was a learn, but it was probably the most enjoyable learn I've ever had at the stadium.
Nice.
It was just fantastic. South never had the lead, so every Knights fan or Knights person that messaged me said they were stressed the whole game. The whole second half, I was just up and about and just hoping for a comeback. It was fantastic. South couldn't hold the ball in the first half. Knights couldn't defend. It was just great rugby league.
80 points.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Great day of rugby league.
It was awesome. And I was
stadium?
Newcastle Stadium. Great people in Newcastle as well. Went up a night early, had a good night there, and I was in row N of the corner post where Trell scored his try. So
Wow.
Yes, I
It
did
was
see your
fantastic.
vantage point. That did look pretty good.
It was awesome.
And you nearly would have had a great view of what was almost the match winner as well from Latrell.
yeah. I was unfortunately very confident it wasn't a try because I
Yep.
had the best view. Was praying that someone clipped him in the head or something.
Yeah.
But no, not to be.
That's all right, mate. Can't win them all.
No, you can't. But
But we keep telling ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of errors in the first half and couldn't defend. Sounds familiar.
Yep.
Yes, let's
Some
talk
of
about-
those stats. I mean, I know we're not going to talk about the game, but
No, let's not talk about the game. But
Oh
do you want
my
to talk about
God.
the game just quickly?
yeah.
Because it's
just
not in the
quickly.
set of six.
Yeah, let's just a couple of them. Just feel the graphics that popped up on the screen in the second half.
Oh yeah.
Can't tell you exactly when this was, but there wasn't that long to go. Second half, territory, 95% Sharks, 5% Tigers. Tackled in opposition half, 46 Sharks, 2 Tigers. Tackled in opposition 20, 26 Sharks, 0 Tigers. Some more second half stats here. Sharks, 100 runs, Tigers, 41 runs. Sharks, 1,034 run meters, Tigers, 273 run meters.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What a discrepancy.
Massive discrepancy on just about all of those stats.
That's
and
cruel.
also massive discrepancy on the scoreboard. It was reflected there as well. So
Yeah, it was getting to an ugly point, wasn't it? You
Yeah.
just kind of knew it was coming. The writing was on the wall. The Avengers chat was going off negatively.
yeah, it was, which we don't often see in that chat. I mean, it's only been going around for a week, but
Yeah.
that was as negative as I've seen that chat,
Yeah.
which we
I
don't
wonder
like. Yeah.
Yeah, so the week that was. So we recorded last Friday, so 10 days ago, basically. We have seen probably one of the most tumultuous weeks in
Yep.
West Tigers history, and that is saying something.
It is.
We've been on quite the ride. So, firstly, I just want to say what a great job by the club to control the narrative at one point in the week after it got a little bit out of hand. So, we'll kind of run through 6 again. Ding, ding. But we'll go in chronological order of what
Sounds
happened.
good.
So tackle 1. And this was, I guess, right after we recorded. Luai spotted in PNG. Now, there's been chat since that this was on the cards for a while now.
It had to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it all happened very, very quickly.
Yeah.
How they kept it a secret, I'll never know.
Yep.
But I'll give you the cliff notes of what happened.
Please do.
In case anyone's been under a rock.
Yes.
He's the inaugural, Jerome Luai is the inaugural player for the PNG Chiefs, joining the franchise from 2028. He signed a 3-year contract with them till 2030, worth about 1.2 a year, which mirrors his current Tiger salary.
But really worth about 2.2 a year because there's no tax.
That's right. Now, the tax-free thing, that is not a common thing in PNG. Not everyone gets income tax for free.
Yeah.
It is an incentivized thing for players and staff of the PNG Chiefs
Yep.
to try and help them recruit,
Yep.
which is pretty crazy. Like, that's a pretty big exemption.
It is.
It's a huge amount of money. I know the Swans get like free meals.
Well,
or
they
something.
used they used to get a cost of living. They used to have like an extra 10% in the cap, I think, but they got rid
10%.
of that.
And they got rid of it.
They don't
Right.
have that anymore. Yeah.
Okay, so say 40%.
Yeah.
It's a fair whack.
It
different.
is.
So yeah, 2.2 million.
That's like if you
pre-tax.
donate to the Top 05 club, $5, and you end up getting $9, really.
It's a great
So just to put it
way
in layman's terms.
Great way to look at it.
Yeah.
Great way to look at it. He'll remain at the West Tigers. He obviously triggered his clause to renew at the club for 2027 after he signed PNG. That was tactful because if he renewed his contract first, he would have to wait till November 1 for 2028. So the club has been fully supportive of his move. It feels like the fans have as well. What were your thoughts? And what are they now?
Initially, when it kind of all went down, I was like, no, this can't be happening. He's just over there having a look at the facilities. The more I thought about it, though, like, you're not going over there 4 days before your contract clause thing expires unless you're going over there to sign for the team, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Initially, I was like, how can this guy who posted on social media all this team first stuff the previous year now go and do a similar thing, not the same thing, because it's not in the middle of the year. He's not breaking a contract. He's not telling anyone they can't coach. He had all this written into his contract. He gave himself the options to kind of do this sort of thing. Then I quickly moved to, all right, well, he's leaving now, so how can we kind of frame this positively or what are the benefits? So his job in coming to the club was to recruit other players to the Tigers, to build a culture that was, trending upwards, get the team off the bottom of the ladder. We've definitely trended that way in the last couple of years. We've recruited some great players and we've got a really good squad of players there, a good vibe around the place, all that sort of stuff that you wanted him to do. There's green shoots of that so far. It'd be great if we could have had 5 full years of that just to see where it kind of would have led to, but he's probably done what the club got him there to do in the first place. By the time he goes, he'll be 31, I think. So not over the hill by any means, but by that time you would hope a player like a Latu Fainu or Jock Madden or whoever it might be is ready to come in and just, be that main guy for the team to be built around. So there's time for that to happen still. And we've still got 18 months to, have some of the best footy of him. He's in the peak of his powers right now. Can we potentially send him out a winner? That would be great. But that's kind of how I digested it and where I got to with it. I did worry. I was like, look, if we learn a couple of weeks in a row straight off the back of this, is it going to be used as this is what unsettled the whole season, all that sort of stuff. So unfortunately, we learned pretty badly on the weekend. I'm a little bit worried. I know the Storm are going pretty terribly, but, we weren't that crash out on the weekend as well. If we go down there and learn again, hopefully not. But what does the noise look and feel like then? But, I think largely, I don't think Tigers fans are angry or annoyed or pissed off like they were with the Galvin one. They're like, all right, fair play to you. You're going to earn a fair bit more money. You've had a good impact on the club, and hopefully there's still a bit more good impact to come from you.
Yeah.
That's my read.
No, that's a great read. I think I would mirror that. It was initial shock, and it was, you knew it was coming because he's got those clauses in his contract.
Yes.
There was going to be discussions at this time every year that he could be potentially going elsewhere in 18 months' time. But when it came, it was just, I don't know, it felt like a bit of a blindside just because it all happened so quickly. I think there's three kind of parts to this story for me. One is because it's PNG, I don't feel that bad.
Yeah.
If he was going to the Roosters
Yes.
or like the Broncos
Good
or something,
point.
you'd honestly, even if he was going to Perth, you'd probably be a little bit more relaxed about it. But yeah, I think just going to PNG, I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, that's cool that they've got their marquee man. That's cool that he actually can change things over there for the better. I'm sure he has that kind of social and cultural impact.
Yep.
He's a winner. I feel like he is the perfect marquee man. It's a perfect first signing for a club like that to really build around. He's obviously flipped this club around pretty well. That's the second point. I think he did do a lot of what he came here to do. He's achieved a lot in the kind of 15 months he's been here by recruiting some real star talent and hopefully laying a platform for us for the next decade. And then the third point, I honestly feel like we have so much depth in that halves position.
Yeah.
Jockstrap didn't have his best game yesterday, but he's kind of thrust into a pretty meager situation.
Yeah.
But we, Latu Fino, Javon Andrews, these guys using Jerome as a mentor for the next kind of 18 months and building up to be first grade standard by the end of 2027 means that we're going to be spoiled for choice.
Yeah.
Chuck AD in there as well. We've got a bunch of halves, still 4 halves, and Luai's the 5th that could really play first grade rugby league at 6 or 7.
5 halves, 6, 7.
5 halves, 2.5.
Yeah.
Don't know if we've covered everything about Luai, Matty. You've probably spoken about it on a few different shows, but is there a take you have on the whole situation?
Yeah, I'm probably in the minority. I'm not a fan of this tax-free stuff. Like you know what? I'm not all the way. I think if you've got PNG's tax-free advantage up here at the top, and you've got the Perth Bears getting no advantage right here at the bottom, I reckon we probably could have found somewhere in the middle. Because I'm just put yourselves. I'll say it in Tigers because obviously there's all Tigers fans listening. Like, imagine in 2 or 3 years the Tigers are playing PNG, and PNG win by 10, and you're just like, well, this team's cheating the cap. Like they're 40%. They're 40% over the cap. I can see that happening in 2 years, and it's for every team. So I reckon it's going to get bad, to be honest.
They could have said one of the great rosters all time. Like it could be, we could, 6 months or whatever, be like, hang on, all right, yeah, we want to get the team going over there, but this team's almost too good now. That's the danger that could happen with it.
Definitely.
There's no right answer. I'm not saying they should. As I said, I don't know how you do it, but somewhere in the middle, it just seems ridiculous, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially their cap is 20 million, right?
Yeah.
Like if
No cap.
no cap, no cap. Yeah, I get what you're saying. But I mean, it's up to the players to take advantage of that, right? And I think Luai has absolutely done
absolutely nothing against Luai. And if I was a player, I'd be on that plane to PNG as well, for sure. Like, there's nothing against the players here. I'm absolutely. I think Luai has done the right thing by his family. I think he's handled everything perfectly. I think he did a really good job. I think he's not even halfway through his Tigers stint yet. Let's not forget that. Like, he's still got over a year and a half to go, and he's already done so much. So.
Which is also the ugly side of it as well, though. Like, he's not even halfway through his Tigers contract and he's already going somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's a little bit bittersweet, to be honest, the whole situation.
That's the one, a few years ago when people were asking, like, are you going to activate these clauses? Are you going to stay? Like, I'm here for the long haul and stuff.
I'm here for life, he said.
Yeah.
I don't know why he said that. I think he'd probably regret saying that.
Yep.
But I think all that said and done, the depth we have in that position, Mariana Trench-esque, will help us.
I've got another one on Luai here. I ran with this on Morning Glory the other day, so apologies if people are listening to this and I've backed over it. But Jerome Luai, do we think we'll look back at the end of his career and he has got potentially, will he become an immortal? So I'll mount the case here, but I think it's a bit extreme to start with. He's won 4 comps at the Panthers. Everyone will say that's Nathan Cleary's team. Fair enough. But they haven't won one since he's left, He was instrumental in that culture and all that sort of stuff at the Panthers. Samoa, he nominated Samoa as his preferred international, option, even though he'd played Origin. And with him, he ended up taking Brian To'o and Stephen Crichton. And since then, we've had more players, Payne Haas, a lot of others have kind of gone over. He's the captain of that team. He's taken them to a World Cup final. Bit of a cultural shift there, a big moment. Like if he was to win a World Cup with Samoa, I think that'd be, mounts a pretty strong case. He's won a couple of Origin Shields, had a big hand in that Game 3 2024 as well. Tigers got him off the bottom of the ladder. What's the qualifier for the Tigers? Would it be to get him back into the 8? Would that be enough to kind of cement a bit of a legacy there, or has he got to do a bit more? Has he got to win a comp there? And then he's the marquee signing for the PNG Chiefs, so which is a huge thing. Can really, that's a team that's more than a rugby league team. Really, it's a sort of thing that could kind of really give a nation a lift. So there's a pretty stacked kind of list of accolades he's already done. Some stuff that he's got the potential to do as well. I mean, what do you reckon? Is it something 15, 20 years down the track, you might look at him and go, he's a pretty good candidate?
Interesting take.
Yeah.
I'd have to wait and see what he does at this tax haven rugby league team. I couldn't agree more. His rap sheet, his resume is so impressive thus far. I just don't think he, and I'm like, he must, but he doesn't seem to have the biggest impact on the field. He obviously does because he's won so much and he has some really game-breaking plays, but I mean, he doesn't, in his 18 or 15 months at the Tigers, he's had some good games and some good moments, but he hasn't really translated his gravitas off the field to on the field, in my opinion. So I would say probably not.
Yes, because it is for your on-field accolades, really, versus your off-field ones. But I just think in terms of setting cultures and all that sort of stuff and, getting people to buy into things, as well as like some on-field success as well, some pretty significant, team success. I don't know, just an interesting one. They'd probably have to tweak kind of what the exact criteria are, a fraction, or maybe they do broaden that out at some point. But in terms of setting cultures and all that sort of stuff, he's probably the guy of this generation. Him and Critter, and those are probably the two. Yeah. Anyway, food for thought. Let us know in the comments. Has he got? Could he be a good candidate down the track?
Yeah, I don't think it's unreachable. It's just I agree though. Like, you look at someone like Benji, who's never going to be an immortal, but he was so culturally influential, and Benji's a better player than Luai, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't think. Yeah, I think the on-field stuff, like, he's just not as good as player as Thurston and all them.
Well, I don't think he's ever gone within a sniff of a Dally M or a Clive Churchill or a Brad Fittler medal or anything like that.
But cultural-wise, he could be number one by the end of his career. He probably will be. I probably had Benji's right up there, Sonny Bill's right up there. Yeah. If Sonny Bill continued, he could have mounted a case, but still probably not, to be honest.
Yeah. Fair. Just throwing it out there.
It's not a bad shit. Like, I like the take. It made me think.
It's a real radio take, Hammy. Nice work. Would have went down well on Morning Glory.
Oh, it drove a lot of conversation.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Love it. Hey, let's move on to tackle 2, talking about big movers and shakers at the club. The Maze.
Yes.
Now, what a roller coaster that was within an hour period.
Yes.
Matty the Waterboy was going nuts in the Win, Learn or Dine chat.
Yep.
I'll give you the cliff notes again. Both brothers signed 4-year extensions, locking them into the club until the end of 2030, which is very long term. Reportedly worth around $1.5 million per season. So package deal. They're saying Terrell's is around 8 to 9. I think Nicolusu's saying over $1 million. And Taylor May's about 6 to 7, which is about the peak of what a centre gets paid. Minutes before the announcement, the brothers posted a social media video jokingly claiming they were joining Luai at the PNG Chiefs, causing a brief panic among fans, saying they're playing with their brother Tyrone.
Do you want to hear that?
Yeah, let's roll the tape.
Hey, I want everyone, all the Tigers fans, every single person, it's Jerome and Twiney here. Obviously, with the rumours kind of going around with contract stuff, me and Tiny want to be transparent with all you guys and just announce opportunity has come about to flow of our older brother in PNG in in 2028. So, yeah, I don't quite. You want to say anything? Obviously, just want to say that we're grateful for what the club's given us, especially me. They gave me a second chance. But like Benji said, family comes first, and I felt like that was the best decision for me and my brother and our family. And now we're all going to get to play together. But we're still used to 2028. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
So that was the first one.
Is that club approved, do you reckon?
No way. No.
There is no chance.
Not a chance. They've just gone rogue and done that for sure.
That is the roguest thing ever. I'm so glad I missed it. I think I was at work.
Yeah.
I was wigging.
You were?
I was wigging.
You were like, hey, is this shit real? I was like,
because we were recording Packer Up Boys.
Yeah.
So I was trying to get the information, and then I couldn't see anything on the Tigers website. That's why I asked if you got a members email or something.
Yes.
And then the members email turned out to be something completely different.
Yeah, it was the extension.
Yes.
That is wild behaviour.
It is. Very on brand, though. For
Exactly.
those
And
guys.
Benji, you can't be mad because you're like, this is what I've told these blokes to be like.
Yeah.
Just go do whatever you want to do in social media land. And they 100% did that. Obviously, the deal would have been done by that time, but the club was probably put the announcement out quicker than they wanted to,
Yep.
I would say.
Yep.
Just to kind of go in a bit of damage control and get the announcement out straight off the back of that. Now, there's a potential that this will draw Tyrone to the club from 2027 from Hull. Which, I don't know. We'll wait and see if that happens. Clearly, off the back of Luai's announcement and the freeing up of that salary cap space, the club has been able to make moves, and we'll talk about another one in Tackle 3. But what are your thoughts on this re-signing for a long term for these brothers?
Well, I mean, they've been two of our best players on the field since they've been at the club. So, they're probably the two names I was most worried about following Jerome to PNG, to be honest. So, the fact we're able to stitch him up so quickly after, I quite like that. They're origin quality players, in my opinion. So, to have them in your roster, that's a good thing. Looking forward to having them around for the next little bit. I have got the audio here of their follow-up press conference, which the Tigers made them. Well, they didn't make them do it, but they've collabed it with them. So clearly this was a more endorsed one. It was also kind of funny. I might just play it now.
Yeah, please.
All right, boys. We'll call this press conference out of nowhere. So what's the news? Everyone's been waiting to hear from you, both.
Yeah, nah.
You know, I'm going to say anything.
That we resigned to 2030. Let's go.
Lunatics.
Great stuff. What are your thoughts? Yeah, happy with that extension?
I reckon at those price tags, it's great stuff.
Yeah.
To lock those guys in for such long-term deals. As you said, both origin quality players. They'll play the World Cup at the end of the year. Obviously, when they play together, they play better.
Yep.
It's a great signing, in my opinion. I think I agree with you because Terrell came out pretty candidly and said, if R360 come knocking with a big contract, I'm going.
Yep.
A couple of months ago. So, to lock those guys in and build a club that sticks to its values of being a family-first club and, signing brothers together, hopefully creates a bit of a path to do the same for the finals as well. Obviously, we've got Sione till the end of 2029. But I think it's a smart move from the club. And I honestly think those price tags aren't so ludicrous. Kate Snowden got signed at $800,000 at the Newcastle Knights.
That's right.
On 10 years ago.
What
so
exciting.
I love that that's your yardstick.
That's my yardstick.
What did he go for again? 800?
800
Wow.
to the Knights. Yeah. So, if someone's paying 800 grand for a prop 10 years ago, paying Terrell 800 to 900,000, and he's playing as good as he was last year.
Yeah.
It's just, that's normal now. That's why no one's shocked.
Yep.
He's just unbelievable. And then Taylor, a few brain snap moments on the weekend, but he was up against it. He was trying his hardest. That's probably why.
Yep.
But he is just an elite talent.
Absolutely.
And it feels like he's turned his life around
Yes.
in the right direction as well. So good to have those two together. Obviously, having them close together creates a bit of stability around their lives and the club. So a great extension, in my opinion. Maddie, love to hear your thoughts, especially on that extension.
Just awesome. Like timing as well.
Yeah.
Like how Luai was doing his press conference and May's manager was spotted in the building. Like I love that. I love that. I love it from both sides. I love the Mays taking advantage. I love the Tigers locking them up. They could both be Origin players within the next year or two. So
For sure. And it's a really good point you raise. That controlling of the narrative, like where it was every media article was Luai, who's leaving, who could go to PNG, this, that. Like it was quite an irritating week of rugby league media, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like people building their fantasy squads of like PNG, how it could look, blah, blah, blah. And the Tigers just, A, planted that manager in when the Luai press conference is happening, and then B, signed them to make sure the articles change tact and go, oh, Tigers mean business here.
Yes.
So very well done from the club.
Beautifully controlling the narrative, a bit like doing a Tigers-specific podcast, not really reviewing the game where you got pumped by 50.
Talking about the positives.
Really similar.
God, man, at 6 o'clock yesterday, I could have easily just come on here and whinged for 80 minutes, I reckon. But we move on. Tackle 3, Buller. All signs pointing to a contract extension as well. Sounding very positive. Sydney Morning Herald has reported it. Daily Telegraph has reported it. Danny Weidler broke the news. One of the great journos of our game.
That's right. Was his head in the bottom left-hand corner of the shot while he announced it? Or
the new deal is expected to be at least 3 years, voiding the club and player options for next year.
Darius
voiding those. Fair to say that
Void corner.
Gould's interest in Buller, and this is from Nothing But West Tigers, and I think it's perfectly summarised, was misplaced hysteria.
Yep.
With the Bulldogs making no attempt to sign him. I think this is what I thought when he was doing that apple pie stuff, was he's stirring the pot here because they're actually not going to go anywhere near him.
Yeah.
Just to try and
piss everyone off,
and then also probably drive Buller's value up a little bit. You know, all Gould's talking about him.
Yeah.
You know, he might be looking at signing him, so Buller's value goes up there a little bit. But yeah, it was to piss everyone off mainly.
Yes, and he succeeded, as he always does. So yeah, fingers crossed we get a little bit of confirmation about that. It sounds like, some reputable sources are going with it, so it's as good as done. But Tyson Jackson coming up on the Bloke podcast today. I'm sure we'll ask him about that as well.
Yeah, make sure you get the ins and outs of that, because I feel like that is another big move in the right direction. He is marquee quality. I think he will go on to great things. He's still so young. I think he's still got a bit of filling out to do. He's so fast. His winning percentage at the Tigers is phenomenal as well. Without Appy and Buller on the weekend, things weren't looking fantastic. But yeah, I think it's a great re-signing, and would be very happy to see him at the club long term.
Yep, agree. Stick around.
Nothing more to say about that?
Nothing more to say about it. I just reckon there's been a bit of toing and froing and all that sort of stuff for so long. It's funny, Benji, when he was kind of batting off Brent Reid the other day when he was at the press conference asking about Luai, I was like, he asked him about Buller. He's like, oh no, if you came to more of these press conferences, if you came down more often, you'd know I don't talk about recruitment publicly. You just come for the big stories. So gave Reedy a little bit of a clip around the ears,
got
which
him
was
good.
Enjoyable to see. But very happy to have him. Quality player. The spine, at full strength looks fantastic. Hopefully we can just get them all out on the park. Richo called it. It's top 3 in the comp spine when they're all out there, but just got to make sure they're all fit.
Richo. An embarrassment of Richo.
Yes.
So probably a good segue to go into our injury list.
Yeah.
Then. Let me read this out to you. Buller, 3 to 4 weeks to go. Dewey, 4 to 6 weeks. Appy, 2 more weeks suspended than the bye. Sam Fainu chaired off yesterday and not in a good way.
Didn't look good.
No. Foot as well. The NRL physio said the innocuous foot injuries are never good.
No.
So likely a fracture, I would say. We will get probably Buller and Appy back for the Bulldogs game. I'd say Dewey would be closer to the Leichhardt game against the Titans.
Yep.
Sam Fainu, indefinite at this stage, but those you can't really rehab a broken foot.
Yep.
Which is such a shame, because these 4 guys are close to the most 4 important players to our squad on the field.
They actually, they are the 4 most important.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh, boy.
It was just heartbreaking results yesterday, but seeing Dewey go down,
Yeah.
it's just like
And then
the blood-
find her in junk time when we're already 50 points down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was annoying. Yeah, any team with their 4 best players out is going to struggle. So
that's 1, 7, 9, and 11, and KPP out as well.
Yep.
So that is 3/4 of your spine and you both your back rowers.
Yeah,
Like you are up against it.
for sure.
You're facing Nathan Lyon on a dusty day 5 pitch
Yep.
in Sri Lanka.
Good luck with that.
Good luck to you.
Yeah.
The one good sign is maybe, I've also written here, I'd say Startower's going to have a little spell out of the NRL.
Yeah, that would probably be a fair observation from what we saw.
And Tino Tavana.
Yep. Unfortunately, just one of those days.
More errors than a Taylor Swift tour, I
Oh, yes.
written
Nicely played. How many did he have in the end? Do we know?
It was over 5. That was the last time the graphic flashed up. But
Yeah.
I'd say it was 7 to 8.
Well, I'm trying to get it up here.
He got 10 Supercoach points,
6.
which in 80 minutes of footy is not very
6.
good.
6 errors.
6 errors. There you go.
Oh, boy.
Hopefully Macassini's back this
Yeah?
week. Do you thrust
bone
him in
bruising?
Melbourne at Melbourne on Mother's Day, or
Look, I wonder if we just get what has Gerald Skelton done? Like
What has he
What is
done?
going on here? You got to have pictures of or
Yeah.
not have pictures of someone. I don't know. He's they keep naming him and pulling him out at the 11th hour. I know he's not perfect. He's got a couple of errors in him, but I don't think it would have been quite as bad as what we saw yesterday.
so? Let's put Taruva back on the right wing. I
Yep,
reckon.
love it.
He was fine.
He was good. He was actually good
Yeah.
at fullback. Great under the high ball. We just need some people back there who can get up and catch the high ball. I don't really care about too much of the flashy other stuff. Like, just do that. Do that.
So is Skelton no good under the high ball then? Maybe
He's had
Maybe.
1 or 2 little moments that he'd probably rather have again. There was 1 or 2 in the Bunnies game that weren't ideal, but I'll put up with him because he's going to give you 250 run meters as well. Remember that game he came on against the Cowboys? 60 minutes, 240 meters.
Yeah.
Like, give me some of that.
I haven't forgotten
We need
that.
a bit of that.
Yeah, agreed. So Taruva and Skelton wings. I think Macassini hopefully comes back into centre. Does that push Taylor-May to right centre maybe? If Macassini comes back to left centre, or maybe Macassini plays right centre. Either way, they're our centres. That leaves a little hole at fullback. Now, Jack Addard didn't play Reggies on the weekend.
Okay.
Logan Brooks debuted for New South Wales Cup. He's had huge raps on him, Logan Brooks, and did not look out of place playing for the Magpies on the weekend. Heath Mason played centre for about 60 minutes, then halfback for 20 minutes.
Wow.
And had a blinder. Scored a try. Just has a lot of versatility.
Yes.
So they're probably our options. The other one I would say is Paddy Herbert. He played
Yep.
for the Magpies on the weekend.
I want him in the centres. I wouldn't be rushing Cassini back. I don't know if he's the answer, given that he was a bit low on confidence as well. I'd go Taylor May and Paddy Herbert.
Yep.
We need someone there who can tackle. Simple as that. And he
Those
was,
two are good defenders. Taylor May's a really good defender. He was on Sif for Talakai yesterday.
yeah.
And I barely even heard Talakai's name mentioned.
Yep. Agree. And
That
Paddy,
left side was
Paddy
great.
Herbert can tackle his ring off, and
Yeah.
especially, we had a bit of movement in the back row as well.
Yep.
Tony Sukar the other day,
Yeah.
and then Jock Madden was on that side too. We just need to shore up that edge defense. So I'd rather just have Pat Herbert in there, to be
Yeah,
honest.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So KPP comes back this week out of the concussion protocol,
That's
which
good.
is good. The other back rower probably up for grabs, really. No one
Barge.
really stood out. He was all right, handled his own, but again, a 20-minute cameo. 25 minutes, I think, yesterday for the barge. Jock Madden to 7, obviously.
Yep.
Finu, Latu Finu, I think you've got to get him in that squad somewhere.
Yeah. He was on the bench, yeah. I just don't think he got on yesterday.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
So do you put him in at 9? What do you think of Tristan Hope's performance yesterday?
Tristan Hope, look, possibly not his best yesterday, but tries his heart out. He's seen as a bit of a leader in the squad as well, I think. And given we got a few leaders out, I don't hate having him in there and out there on the field. Yeah. Obviously, yeah, definitely. We missed the speed of Appy.
Yeah.
Things just felt a little bit slower when we had the ball, but that's not all his fault because we were pretty bad and on the back foot a lot.
Well, like I said in the Avengers chat, and like you just said, the back foot, like the forwards just weren't laying a platform. There was just way too many errors. The backs was just shocking. Like Tristan Hope was not match fit. You know, he's barely played any minutes of footy this year. So he just had to hang in there for 80 minutes essentially. But I think he needs to share that role with Latu next week.
Yep.
Benji knows better than we do, but I think you'd agree with it.
Yep.
Latu
Don't hate it. Get him out on the field.
Yep.
Yep.
Tackle 5. All right, let's go to some positive winning news. Reggie's Wrap, New South Wales Cup. The Maggies have demolished the Newtown Jets at Henson Park, 28-4. Newtown Jets, mind you, were 4-2 coming into that game.
Got that.
We had Logan Brooks and Ethan Roberts up on debut, up from ball. Now, and Flegg, sorry. Tries to Heath Mason, Fainga, sorry. Solomon Sakuru scored again. Now we've been keeping tabs on his try-scoring tally. He's killing it. Jasisi Lanyon, young up-and-coming superstar. Javon Andrews scored a try as well and kicked 4 from 5 goals.
That try that he scored as well. I saw the clip of that. That was exciting.
Some genuinely good.
Wriggled out of a tackle and then put a bit of footwork on and got through.
Yeah.
Looked good.
So I think there is absolutely no question marks over Javon Andrews' attacking prowess and ability. I think there are a few question marks on his defence at the moment, which is why he's probably not getting in selection talks for first grade.
Yeah. But a few names to probably ahead of him on the list as well there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yep. I think there was chat at the start of the year about him getting in and around that 18-19 spot.
Yep.
But,
I remember Sugar was pretty keen on that.
It was Sugar, wasn't it?
Get him in there.
So, interesting to keep tabs on that. But a great win from the Maggies over a team who were doing really well, Newtown.
Yes.
Obviously, Cronulla Sharks feeder side as well. Sucked in.
Yep.
And Flegg won 26-18 over Cronulla. Flegg is sitting in third. Now, can I tell you about a player
Yes, please.
who has parallels to a young Haumasi Makasini?
Oh,
His name is Glassy.
he's a glass act.
He is a glass act. So good they named him twice. Glassy. Scored a double on debut. Glassy on the score sheet. He's a rare dual international at the schoolboy level. And in late 2025, he starred for the schoolboys rugby team, scored a hat trick against Fiji.
Jeez, imagine that score sheet.
Glassy. Yeah, man. You get it. Wants to play for the Cook Islands at the Rugby League World Cup this year. So
Okay.
keep an eye on that name. Not a name that's easily forgotten.
Yep.
You might
Crystallised.
know crystallized. You know, someone who picks up glasses at the glass house in Wollongong would have been called the Glassy.
Yes.
So there's parallels there.
Yep.
There's a link there somewhere. But keep an eye on Glassy. He came out. That was his debut in Flegg. So he's been playing like Andrew Johns Cup and schoolboy rugby.
Yep.
But a debut to be remembered.
Yeah,
a
good.
name to be remembered.
And Glassy half full. Maybe we'll see him in the first grade squad before too long.
And plenty to work with
Are
there.
you Glassy half full or Glassy half empty?
I'm a Glassy half full.
Yeah, nice. Me too. Glassy half full.
Glassy half full. That's tackle 5.
Yep.
Now tackle 6.
Tackle 6.
You've written crying child.
This was just describing myself watching the game yesterday, actually. I just wanted to shout out to, I'm going to try and find him here because I think Roasty put a photo up of this kid whose mum was a Shark supporter.
Yeah, that was
fiendish
work from the cameraman.
Oh my God. Have you seen this, Matty? Yeah, that kid there. Outrageous. So
I got sent that a lot because our punters club group chat, my mate sitting next to me, just kept taking photos of me the whole game.
Yeah.
Like during the South game, and it was like just a wave of emotions. And then later when I was driving home, one of the boys sent that photo saying that was me and my mate, and I was the crying child. So yes, I have seen that photo.
Yeah, my Morgan was telling me that's what I look like. So I used to wear that like foam tiger hat. I don't know where it is.
Yeah, you did too. Yeah.
She's like, that looks like pretty much you between the seasons of 2022 and 2024. So shout out to that kid. I've been there, brother. That vision will get rolled out at his 21st, 18th, pretty much for the rest of his life.
That's the second shot of him too. The first shot was about 15 seconds on him, bawling his eyes out. His mum laughing her head off.
And they came back and he's like barreling with Carrigo.
Yeah, I thought he was going to pull his mask down over his eyes when they had it. I was like, that is class stuff.
I remember I cried in 2003, so I would have been like 7 or 8 years old, when Adam Gilchrist got run out on 99 in the 2003 World Cup against Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
I was riding the Gilchrist century and didn't get it. And my parents love to bring that one up.
Lucky there wasn't a camera on you. Or was there? Did they take a photo?
No, they did. Thank God.
Yeah.
Simpler times.
Last time I cried was that Sean Kennedy-Dale intercept, and I was about 20. So
Yeah.
I threw my phone at the ground, smashed everywhere.
I cried, I think, when it was a similar situation that wasn't in the finals. It might have been like 2007 maybe. Cooper Verda, I think, for the Knights scored against us right at the end. We had to win that game to make the finals, and I think I cried. That was my last time I cried.
Wow, yeah, I remember Cooper Verna. Good player.
Yeah.
Played for the Wallabies maybe as well.
Went over to the Rebels, I believe, yeah.
Yeah. I remember the commentators always used to say Cooper Varna. They just couldn't get it right. But, it's Cooper Varna.
Yeah.
All right, tackle 6, crying child. Poor bloke. If you need to let out your emotion, please get into raw emotion.
Please
Coming up
do.
soon.
Love to hear from the child. Hope he's doing okay.
Yeah, me too. Let's take a quick break.
Let's do it.
And we'll come back with the top 5 and raw emotion straight off the back of that. All right, top 5.
Oh, yes. I get to, this is you today.
It is me today.
Yeah, good.
Written last night in the late hours of the night. Now,
What are we talking? Top 5 50-point drubbings or?
No, couldn't find many that I could highlight.
Yeah.
So top 5, here we go. Thank you, Lockie Pringle, for that one of the West Tigers Avengers.
You won't get an angry phone call from Lockie Pring now for not
No,
playing that.
thank God.
Playing that sting
Yeah.
you demanded that he make.
Obviously one of the nicest guys in history.
Yeah.
Like, geez, you can fire up when you don't play Sting.
Don't want to get on his bad side.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about some positive future stuff for the club.
Oh,
here.
yeah. Bring it on.
So with the Mays and probably Bullo re-signing, I want to run you through the top 05 recent re-signings of the club. Now, these are all signings we've recently made that are up until the end of at least 2029. So the first, and probably one of the biggest, Adam Dewey.
Yes.
Signed until the end of 2029. Now, Adam Dewey was an SG ball player for the Tigers. He went to Souths, as Matty would know, from 2018 to 2019.
Thanks for him, Matty.
Now, 2018, he had his first ACL tear. He then signed. He came back for Souths the following year. They signed Latrell, which was like, writing on the wall for you here, AD. You might have to go elsewhere. He then signed a 4-year deal from the Tigers from 2020 to 2023. That deal was around $600,000 a year. So he had a big raps on him then.
Yeah.
A lot of versatility. I think Madge might have been coach of South then, 2018-19. Oh, no, Siebes. Siebes was.
Yeah.
So Siebold had him playing basically 1 to 7 across those 2 years. So he had a lot of versatility there on show. So around 600 a year. He then tore his ACL again in 2021.
Fun fact, he did his best work at fullback at South.
Yes.
Funnily enough.
I recall.
Yes.
Yep.
It was awesome. Really,
There's always
really
been a
good.
chat about him playing fullback for us as well, but
Probably a bit slow off the mark now, maybe. Although,
he's still pretty quick.
yeah, but he's off the mark. I mean,
Yeah.
like acceleration-wise.
Yeah.
He's still very quick in open space. Despite this, second ACL tear in 2021. And then his third ACL tear in 2023. I remember it was against Para on Easter Monday. He went up for a short dropout. He was out for 14 months. His future was highly uncertain. No one really knew what was going to happen with him. But to his credit, he stuck with it. In May 2024, he was still out and he received a 1-year extension from the Tigers worth about $150K.
Yeah. Wow.
So it was a good faith extension from the Tigers, and good on him to take it as well. It was a really mutual kind of, we like you, you like us. Let's keep you here for another year and just see how you go.
Yep.
After 3 ACLs, pretty nice
Yep.
of the clubs to extend that. Not often you hear that.
Yes.
So in June 2024, he had played some good footy for 2024 since he came back. And he, re-signed for the 2025 season. Following a strong run of form in 2025, including match-winning plays against the Sharks and the Titans, both at Leichhardt, if you remember.
Yep.
Had 2 very good games.
I do.
The Dragons were sniffing around and offering around $550.
Yeah, I do recall.
Now, the Tigers said, look, we can offer you $350 for 2 years. We know it's unders, but think about the $150 we just gave you while you were out injured.
Yep.
And, think about the kind of tenure you've had here. It's been pretty rocky, but we've stuck by you. So, and probably and potentially one of the first times ever someone took the unders to stay at the Tigers.
Yeah.
And we were pretty jubilant about that when it happened last year in 2025. So he signed for about $350 for 2026 and 2027. Now, on the eve of the 2026 season, after a blinder year last year, and obviously a very good preseason, and a good start to this year until an unfortunate dislocation of his shoulder on the weekend, he signed another 2 years for 2028 and 2029 that'll keep him at the club for around a decade. 2020 he started at the Tigers. So that deal's worth, they think, around $550. So around what Saints were going to offer him. But that is value.
Absolutely.
For a cusp Blues player. Apart from the injury, a little bit injury prone, but he's kind of sorted that out as best he can, especially with his knees. He hasn't had a knee in two and a bit years. So that's number one, Adam Dewey.
He's going to be stacked field if Adam Dewey's number one.
Well, wait till you hear Adam. Number two, sorry.
Okay.
Alex Twal.
Oh, yeah.
Now, someone saw something in the preseason because he has gone on to be one of the form forwards of the comp. Pumped out another 95 in Supercoach on the weekend.
Oh, wow. Despite getting hammered.
He's got so much Isaiah Yo about him now.
Yeah.
Like, every hit up he takes is about 8 meters. Every kind of linking ball he does is on the chest.
Yep.
He just looks so fit and so good. I love him.
Maybe Isaiah Yo's got a bit of Alex Twal about him.
That's a very good point.
To be honest.
Very good. That's a glassy half full.
It is. Glassy.
Glassy, half full. Now, Twal was a Parramatta junior.
Sucked in, Para.
Yep. Thanks for that, Para. During his Holden Cup tenure, he played for Parramatta. He earned New South Wales under-20s jersey, and he earned a Kangaroo jersey as well.
Wow.
So he's before 20, he had big raps on him. So that was around 2015-16. Now, mid-season, the Tigers joined him, signed him, in 2017. He was supposed to join in 2018, the Cleary era, but he was granted an early release, so he started mid-season 2017, and he debuted July 2 against the Newcastle Knights. So he signed between then and now. Fair to say he hasn't quite lived up to that potential of his under-20s.
Yes, fair.
Signed a bunch of 2-year extensions. So he's kind of 2 years at a time, which, is not a long-term, we love you, want you to stay here. We're like, let's see how you go for 2 years.
Yeah.
It's basically the minimum extension these days.
Yep.
Then at the end of 2023, I don't know if you remember this, but he was told he was free to leave.
I do remember. And I was outraged.
They said it had brought a clean out, consecutive wooden spoons. 2023 season had ended. Mate, go talk to someone else. Your future is not here at the West Tigers. Bulldogs and Manly both very close to signing him. Very
Dogs
close.
in particular, if his Fletcher and Heine interview where he barked like a dog is to be believed. They said, make the noise of the animal of the club that you nearly signed with. And he's
Lucky it wasn't a seagull because I wouldn't have liked to see how he gave a seagull sound. Benji came in and saw him as a cultural leader. Now, Benji's big on these type of players, right? Like,
aren't we all?
On the field is half of what you can achieve as a player. So they signed him for 3 more years. So he was on about 525 in that 2-year extension. But they signed him for 3 more years at about $400K. And I think this ongoing extension for 28 and 29 is about that $400K mark as well.
Yep. Again, the bargain.
Great value. For a guy who's pumping out 80 minutes and 56 tackles and
5 offloads.
20 runs and 5 offloads and 3 tackle breaks.
100 fantasy points.
100 fantasy points. That's $4K a fantasy point.
Yeah.
Every week.
It is. Shop around, You're going to beat that.
You're not going to beat that. I guarantee he's worth more than that in Supercoach at the moment. So a great long-term signing there for the club as well. So Alex Twal and Dewey both at the club till the end of 2029.
Yep.
Another one to the end of 2029. Sione Fainu, mentioned him earlier.
Yes.
Now, this has multiple reasons why it's a good signing because, one, he's a good player. Bit of a dud game yesterday, but we all have dud games
Not his
in us.
best.
We all have dud games in us, Hammy. But he obviously came over from 2022 from Manly. Thanks, Manly.
Thanks, Manly. Thanks, Ella.
Thanks, Hello Sport.
Yep.
Tigers 13 plus. They came over in 2022 on a development deal. He was on about 80K a season, but the other two came over on about 120 actual top 30 contracts, I believe.
Yep.
He played reserve grade all of 2023. I believe the other two played that year. Sam Weller definitely did. Kelly Barnes. Oh, he's the Kelly Barnes medalist in 24. Yeah, he was. 2 years in reserve grade for Sione. Made his NRL debut in 2024 in round 11 and played alongside his brothers, and he was earning around 120 then. Established himself as a permanent member last year. Had a good year last year, Sione Fainu. Coming off the bench, sometimes played a bit of back row. I think he started prop a few games, but he played all 24 games and had his contract upgraded for this year for around 250K. Fended off interest from the Perth Bears. You remember there was a bit of noise around Sione going to the Perth Bears,
there
which
was.
once again, as you kind of talked about, the Mays going to Perth, going to PNG, it's like they would have followed each other. So if he goes, you're a bit scared that Sam and Latu go as well. But he re-signed until the end of 2029, a 3-year extension worth $1.1 million, which averages out about 370K a season, which I think is about worth his value as well.
Yeah, for sure.
We were happy with that when it happened. I think the club was happy with that. I think Sione would be happy with that as well. So, like we said, this lays a really nice foundation to try and lock in Sam Weller and Latu on long-term contracts.
Of course.
Now, they are free agents from November this year for the 2028 season. The club is reportedly building a monster 5-year deal for both of them worth around $3 million each.
Wow.
So that's about 600 grand a season each, which I think, again, value
Yep.
for two potential. We're talking about Sam Fainu in the Origin mix this year.
Yeah.
There's obviously, as you mentioned, a bunch of back rowers ahead of him, but he is playing out of his skin. He set up another try on the weekend. Foot injury doesn't look great, but when he's on the field, he was on track to be the Kelly Barnes medalist this year for sure. Once again, he's already won one, and Latu Fainu has probably the highest ceiling of any player at the club. A lot of people will tell you so. A great long-term signing there for the Tigers to get Sione till 2029, and let's hope this monster $3 million each deal, the $6 million men, will come to fruition.
Get them done. Glassy, half full. Let's go.
Yep. Do it now. Do it now.
Strike while the iron's hot.
While Sam's got a broken foot and he has time to sign contracts.
You can't run off to another club.
Hey?
Well, I can't run off to another club with a busted foot.
Number 4, this probably is a little bit sour in the mouth at the moment, but Tino Tavana. Now you got this kid's like 19, 20, right? So we gave Macassini an excuse for that god-awful game he had against the Brisbane Broncos.
Yep.
So let's give Tino a little spell in reserve grade, get his confidence back up, because that was a tough one yesterday.
Tough watch.
Still poses a really good aerial threat. We got a few repeat sets and penalties off the back of Madden kicking over to him in the first half. In the second half, we didn't, for some reason, at all go in our own half to create any type of attacking opportunity. So we didn't really get an opportunity to showcase his skills.
Yes.
But he's a local Campbelltown Camden junior. So he's one of those ones that we've kind of identified early and kept at the club for a long time. He's graduated from Jersey Flegg. He earned that training trial contract for 2026, which is 80K. But as we kind of discussed earlier, and as a few Tigers fans would know, he actually was pretty much cut at Christmas time. I'd say he was taken in a room with Benji and some coaching staff and said, look, you need to come back in the new year with a new attitude and a new approach to fitness in this team. They called it a reality check, and it sparked a major attitude shift. He debuted in round 4 as West Tiger number 305.
Yep.
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. Mr. Out Wide.
Mr. Out Wide, sorry. Signed a new extension and transitioned to a development player role with a guaranteed salary of around 100 to 120K. And then his final 2 years of the contract, which is 28 and 29, secure him as a top 30 player. So that'll have him on about 250K. So it was asked yesterday in the Avengers, is he a top 30 player? No, he's not.
Yeah.
He won't be next year either. 2028, he has a guaranteed top 30 spot.
Gotcha.
So he's got a long journey to go to get to where you want him and he wants to be. So
Yes.
we're going to excuse yesterday, can't we?
Well, yeah, I think a lot of people had not their best game yesterday. He's probably just stood out a bit more because it happened early and it happened often. But yeah, hopefully we've seen him play some good footy in the trials. He played a great game around. Was it round 4? Yep. So there's a good footballer there. He'll get better.
He's got one of the best highlight reels going around.
He does.
From his Reggies and Flegg time.
Yes, and preseason.
And preseason. Good point. So Adam Dewey, end of 2029. Alex Twal, end of 2029. Sione Fainu, end of 2029. Tino Tavana, end of 2029. Coming in at 05, and potentially the best deflective, amazing re-signing we've done in recent history. Bit left of field, but it's Benji Marshall. End of 2030.
Yep.
So remember when we re-signed him, we'd just gone to the stand?
Yes.
And Holman Barnes Group were dominating every
right, the stand.
headline across Fox Sports, Channel 9,
Yep.
you name it. It was all about the Holman Barnes Group. Then at the end of December, the club came out and signed Benji on this enormous, about $1 million a season, 5-year deal. Now, you were talking about it on the Bloke Show, I think, and people were laughing at the tenure of this extension.
Yep.
5 years, they were saying. Too long, they were saying. Now, 7 rounds in, let's say before the Sharks game.
Yeah. Right. Excuse that one. Yeah.
People were saying he's one of the coaches, like Dally M Coach of the Year.
Yep.
Potential as the way he turned it around. So I think still, we got to say that game was a blip on the radar. And as Jerome said in the press conference, tomorrow's a new day. We start tomorrow at the outlook of the rest of the season. But I'll run you through Benji's kind of journey to where he is now. Initially signed a 5-year deal as an assistant 2 years before becoming head coach in 2025. Now, you remember Tim Sheens had an early exit during that 5-year tenure?
I recall, yes.
Yes. And Benji was upgraded to full-time coach. But it was some of the big stuff that he did kind of pretty immediately was get rid of dead weight. So he got rid of Dave Clemmer. No offense, Clemmer. And he got rid of John Bateman, the losingest Tiger of all time.
Yes.
5 wins in 32 games.
Yep.
He led the team through Wooden Spoon first year and then a much improved 13th place last year. We all saw the signs last year. The first 7 rounds this year was just a phenomenal turnaround for the club. We won't talk about that Sharks game.
Yeah.
And then they re-signed him last year, obviously, to deflect. Now, we just saw recently that the club did a really good sign of deflecting the narrative and controlling the narrative by re-signing the Mays and getting the Buller News in the news. So that was another really class act, getting Benji on a 5-year contract to the end of 2030 whilst we were having a bit of board unrest.
Yep.
So they're my top 05.
I like it.
Re-signings to build the club around. Put the Mays and Buller into that.
Yeah.
The future is bright.
Yeah, a little too bright.
Little too bright.
Some
Where's
might
my
even say.
sunglasses? Where's my sunglassy glassies?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I noticed you'd left Buller and the Mays out, but I thought, I was like, I wonder what's happening. But you had covered off on them earlier in the episode. So as to paint the picture of,
Yes.
it's actually a top 8 that we've had there, really.
Great
across the
call.
episode. So, and you'll be hearing a lot more of that this year. So, top 8.
Top 8. Got
Yeah.
you. Yep. But there, yeah, I think the moral of the story is at the moment, and it comes at pretty timely after a thrashing at Ocean Protect student accommodation.
Yep.
The future is so bright. Like New South Wales Cup winning, Jersey Flegg winning, Andrew Johns Cup, Laurie Daly Cup, we won both of those.
Yep.
We're
New South Wales
re-signing.
Cup winning.
What's that?
New South Wales Cup winning as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. We've re-signed all these gun players that, and the finals sound like they're on track to be re-signed as well.
Yes.
The fortunes of the club are absolutely turning around. Just remember that we're the West Tigers. We'll probably always got a 40-point drubbing in us at some point during
There's
the
always
season.
one just around the corner.
There's always one just around the
Yeah.
corner. We've got a Melbourne Storm game, then a bye, and then things will turn
Melbourne at Melbourne
on Mother's Day.
on Mother's Day. We go down there, sort it out. Again, second year in a row.
But
Oh,
enough
boy.
from us, Hammy.
Yeah.
Let's hear from the students.
Let's do it.
Because-
And well done to the brave students that fronted up this week after
Yeah.
what wouldn't have been an easy time to send in a raw emotion, ROAR, the sound of Tiger Bakes. Send them in on the Instagram DMs. It was a tough week to let us know what you're thinking, how you're feeling about the club. But plenty of you have fronted up. Some of you even fronted up before the game and did a little preemptive. And we've all spoken about how the atmosphere was very different even on the show last week before this game came up. So let's hear from Lou, our Northern Hemisphere student from over in Manchester.
Yep.
Fair to say Lou was pretty up and about heading into this game, and I feel like he would feel quite differently after what happened yesterday. But this is what Lou had to say on Saturday, so about 20 hours before the game yesterday.
Pre-game report from the Northwest for the West Tigers, and what a week it's been, full of raw emotion. That's R-O-A-R, the sound a tiger makes. And this week, what a ferocious tiger it is. The aquatic, Mariana Trench-drenched West Tigers. We're wet to the touch, we're slippery on claw, and we will leap and pounce on those sharks. Boring. Yes, we're losing Romy, but we've got 18 months to go back-to-back on that jet black hair, and then when he bounces, we've got the warm, elastic embrace of a jockstrap Madden. No better thing, speaking personally from many Friday nights on Canal Street. Let us not forget, they all want to be us, don't they? Imitation is the highest form of flattery. Who the fuck is manly? High as a kiwi, good looking, yeah, all right, you're doing all right. And then the dragons get a bit of salt and pepper on the chin, but they're still shite. There's only one Benji Marshall, as Billy Slater said, the man of the joint venture. Spark it up, lads. We're going to put 50 points on them. The West Tigers win the cup.
Oh my god! And we didn't hear from Lou after the game.
Yeah, he just he texted through. Shit, wait, tigers are the ones that swim underwater, right? No, it's sharks, innit? Booger. Murray Trench is bloody deep. Oh boy, I love the enthusiasm, but unfortunately, Lou, we were all probably feeling pretty similar to you leading into the game. Not feeling so good.
Can we get a time check on that, Hammy?
Yesterday, the one before game?
Yeah.
9:19 p.m. our time. I don't know what time that is.
Okay, so that'd be about 9 in the morning on a Saturday morning. A couple of coffees deep, I reckon.
It sounds like it. And then he had one yesterday at 8:51 p.m.
Lou, I love the pre-game hype, raw emotion. That's an inventive way to, circumnavigate whatever the result is. One of your best too.
Very good.
Salt and pepper on the chin.
Yes,
the Dragons.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Wet to the touch. That was good. All right, next one. I'm going to go to Costa Trimus, friend of the show. Brutal watch, he said. I think that sums it up well, but he had a little bit of perspective at the end as well.
Okay.
G'day, legends. Yeah, that was a tough watch. I unfortunately only got to really watch the last 20 minutes of the first half and the second half, and that was a brutal watch. I feel bad for the young bloke on the wing, Tavana. It's just wasn't his game, but in the end, I do think we needed that. We needed a little bit of humbling.
Mm-hmm.
We do need to remember as well, just because we had 50 scored in us doesn't mean that we can't win the comp. Just means that it's another record that we have to break. So,
wow.
Stay positive. Everything will be all right. Up the Tigers. Let's go.
I like that from Costa. Glassy, half full. All it means is we need to break another record, and that's fine.
That's such a great take, Costa. Yep. I think records are there to be broken, right? And the West Tigers are breaking them left, right, and centre this season, and I feel like that's another one that we could absolutely break. So
look forward to doing that. You can now bet on that as well. You win some, you lose more, but any team to concede 50 and win the comp this year to break the curse.
Really?
A lot more points happening this year, so it wouldn't be out of the realms of possibility. Some of the games are, getting away from teams.
Red Bull really sort out a great sponsorship there.
The momentum tracker, jeez.
I don't know about the rest of the sponsorships like the Tri Predictor and the AI.
Yeah.
But the momentum track is coming to fruition.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, did didn't see a whole lot of momentum going our way on the track yesterday. But,
Well, we did in the first half and we didn't capitalise.
yeah.
We had a fair few orange lines between like maybe 20 and 40-minute mark, but
Yep.
we just couldn't turn it into points,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. But that's okay. We conceded 50, but as Costa points out, that's just another
Doesn't
record
mean
we'll break
anything.
this year.
Doesn't mean anything.
Going to head over to Tom Rich. Tom Rich is
Yes.
a double act.
Yep.
The two blokes from the hill at Campbelltown
Yes.
and the Sherwood as well.
Yeah, they are.
Hello, lads. It's Tom and Mitchell here once again. It's a very disappointing night, but you know, sometimes you need to learn. I've heard some outrageous things said on that hill tonight. A lot of them from me. But at the end of the day, it's okay because we don't lose. We only learn. And in all fairness, Shark Park would have to be probably the worst stadium ever to exist.
Ever.
How does it take 15 minutes to get from one end of a stadium to another? At Campbelltown, we're making that walk in 3 minutes flat. But look, it's good to know that we're going to do something that no other team has ever done, and that's going to win the comp after conceding 50.
There we go.
So once again, lads, it's a pleasure to talk to you. But hey, we're winning the comp. See you soon.
All right. These guys get me back up and about.
I like the positivity for these guys. They remind me of the two old guys from the Muppets who
Yes.
sit up in the
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Great characters.
Yes, I'm loving their contribution to the show, Tom and Mitchell. So keep it coming.
A bit like Mitchell and Webb, aren't they? Like just a comedy duo.
They are.
You notice how
they round
kind
each other out nicely.
Yeah, he says, you know, we don't lose, and the other one says, we just learn.
Yep.
It's like a really nice little combination.
Yep. Peep show, great show. Go check it out.
Peep Show's a very good show.
Yeah, have you watched it yet?
2 episodes I've watched.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit raw.
Yep.
ROAR.
Yep.
But I'm sure it gets better.
Yes, I think especially that first season, maybe play with a bit of development funding. It's always, polished. Stick with it. It's good
Felt like the
stuff.
first season of It's Always Sunny in Philly, which had a budget of about $200 per episode. But
Yes.
that gets very good.
That
So
must be-
I'll hang in there.
$200 per episode must be nice. All right, let's go over to Simon, who my note just says here, coping well.
The best thing about life is that one day it's all over.
Short and sharp.
Holy God.
Simon, I hope you're doing okay. And I hope you've listened to those previous messages because we're going to make some history. We're going to win the comp after conceding 50. Just relax.
That is genuinely how I felt at 6 p.m. yesterday. So I get it, Simon. I get it. But to the point of some of the last two voice notes as well, perhaps a reality check we kind of need.
Yeah, probably.
Little bit of it.
But were we potentially getting a bit carried away with all there's a real 05 feeling in the air chat and I've got my grand final tickets chat? Possibly.
Were we asking who we're going to play in the World Club Challenge last week?
We were.
We were.
Yep.
Were we going to potentially
KR.
call last episode, let's get ahead of ourselves?
Yep.
Yes,
We were gonna
potentially
do
going
that.
to call it that. But now we needed that.
Yep.
We needed that.
I stand by the title of the last one about giving the Raiders the clap. I think that
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was very good.
You don't get an opportunity like that very often.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't.
Not that also as a Tigers fan, you probably don't get an opportunity very often to have a title called Let's Get Ahead of Ourselves. But anyway, I'm sure there'll be another opportunity. All right, depressed Tigers fan.
Yep, DTF.
Always good to hear from you. He's
Canberra
always
legend.
DTF. Always DTF. Let's hear from him.
If anything, I actually feel betrayed because I was in 2023 and 2024, I was the biggest Toa defender. I was the biggest person saying that Talau shouldn't be playing over him. I was the biggest person saying Naden shouldn't be playing over him. I was the biggest person saying we have to give this guy a chance. He's the man. Give him his time, give him his dues. But look, that's the worst right edge defense from him and Savannah as well I've ever seen. And I've been at multiple games where Tim Simona actively had money on the other team to score on him. Jesus. At least when we win the comp, we can finally put away that 50-point curse, so that'll be nice.
Holy moly.
Bit of a theme, is there? Bit of a theme, some
Holy
optimism.
Macassini.
Yep, which we love to see.
I'm smelling something here.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Depressed Tigers fans, some good points, well made, and we look forward to be the first team to break that curse. Looking forward to that this year. Jack Wilson had an interesting way of coping. He turned to a video game, and you probably hear some of it in the background. to cope with what was a tough lesson yesterday?
Raw emotion. Yeah, so I've just booted up some hit and run to try and make myself feel better because that was pretty disappointing. But yeah, look, if anything, I just feel bad for that kid. I don't know if anyone saw that mum with his little boy, the mum,
Yes.
Shark supporter mum, and that little kid in the Tigers gear, and he was crying. Honestly, almost made me cry. I felt so bad. I just wanted to give him a hug. I feel for that kid.
That is incredible.
A lot going on in that one.
Firing up some hit and runs. I was expecting like a Grand Theft Auto or perhaps even a Rugby League 26 and, beating the Sharks 276-0 or something.
Yep.
Or a Grand Theft Auto going a bit of a spree.
Yeah.
Simpsons
Yep.
hit and run, was not expecting that, but a nice surprise.
Each to their own, I
nice
suppose.
surprise.
Absolutely. To round us out, to hopefully give us a bit of a lift, the first immortal, Reece Smith. This one came through 14
thank
minutes before we started
God.
recording today. I hope you're doing okay, Reece, because I'm not 100% sure if you are based on what we've heard here.
Okay.
Fuck Michael Ennis. I can see why you got sacked by the Dragons. 50 points doesn't count. Tigers still win the comp. Let's go.
What did Michael Ennis do? Maybe the commentary was...
Yeah, he just fired up here with, I want him and Vossi off commentary.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. I was watching at a pub called The Mitch in Alexandria. Shout out to Mitch. What a great pub. And they had music playing instead. The Redfern All Blacks were having a little bit of an after party there
Yes.
as well. So they were watching the South game. Then watched the Tigers game. There was music on. So I didn't hear the commentary, which sounds like it was good.
I don't know if I found it as offensive as Reece, but he did say at one moment when they show like not a drone shot, but like a side-on shot or a corner shot of the ground. He goes, beautiful suburban ground, suburban footy or something. I was like, this is universally regarded as the least picturesque suburban ground.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
I
I do feel like Vossi can be a little bit, what's the word where you're talking down to someone? Condescending when he's talking about the Tigers.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like he can be very condescending.
Treats him mean, keeps him keen.
Yeah, maybe that's the point. I saw you've written something else here just below the raw emotion.
Can we get a welfare check on Backfence Brown is what I wanted to say. I haven't heard from him. We did hear from, actually, you know what? He sent us a big 3-minute long one last week that we didn't get to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So hope you're doing okay, mate. Would love to hear from you again, but I did put it there on the notes. Can we get a welfare check on Backfence Brown? Hopefully we hear from him next week on Raw Emotion, ROAR, the sound a Tiger makes. Get him in on the Instagram DMs, send us a voice note. We would love to hear from you. It is my favourite part of the show, and it's given us some little silver linings and some history awaits. Will we be the first team to break the 50-point curse? I think we will, based on what we've heard today.
Correctamundo. Let's go to a break and come back with a little look at next week. All right. YouTube Premium subscribers, you would see us sitting there in silence. The rest of you, hope you enjoyed the break.
Yep.
Now, Melbourne at Melbourne, Mother's Day.
Yeah, we haven't got a great record there. Just ask Reece Smith from last year. Hopefully his mother has had a little bit of, she's willing to let him watch it live, because that was the problem last year. He took accountability, said the fact that we learned, was because he wasn't able to watch it live because he took his mother out for lunch on Mother's Day. Hopefully they've organised a brunch or a breakfast or a dinner. So many other meals they can enjoy together that don't fall in and around the 2 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time slot. So wait and see.
Yes. Similarly, last year, you remember we were waiting for a bye. Do you remember?
Yeah,
and
we were.
Had to play Melbourne in Melbourne
We
on Mother's
desperately
Day.
needed one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we're in the same boat.
Yep.
I think we desperately need a bye.
Sadly, we have 2 games before that bye comes, and one of them is against the Storm, who, whilst they're not going that good, I mean, the tide has to turn at some point. They're in Melbourne. Yeah. We played terribly on the weekend. And the following week is against Manly. They lost to the Panthers by 2 points. They're looking good. So, going to be 2 tough games coming up. I hope we can win at least one of them heading into that bye.
Yeah, I mean, probably about time to get some predictions on how we're going to go down in Melbourne.
Yep.
Let's start with Matty this week.
Yeah,
shall
what
we?
do you-
Because
what do you
normally we kind of lead him to his solution. But let's. What do you reckon?
I had to think. The Storm, they've lost 7 in a row, haven't
Yep.
they? Probably the second worst team in the comp at the moment.
Mm.
So yeah, Tigers 13 plus.
Yep.
Oh, it's a good take.
It is.
What do you think?
Yeah, I was sort of leaning towards, I thought, on the weekend, what conceded 50, the defense wasn't great. We're missing 3 of our starting 4 spine. And when I got to the end of all that, I sort of was leaning towards Tigers 13 plus.
It's a good take.
Yeah.
I can't fault it. Boys, I honestly, Melbourne, like they're going to turn it around, right?
Yep, eventually.
Really sad news about Bellyache this week as well.
Yep.
The club are going to want to play for him. The outs we have are just far, far too significant for us to field a competitive side.
Who's going to play on the wing?
I don't know.
How
There's
many
so many
players?
selection headaches.
How many players will go back to Reggies?
Actually, you know what? I'm going to go Tigers 13 plus.
Nice. I like it.
Tigers
I like
13
it.
plus. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Not getting carried away, but we do think it'll be Tigers 13 plus.
And we conceded 50, Hammy, but
We're still going to win the comp.